How to make a colloidal silver generator. To make a colloidal silver generator, we're going to need these things. 3 9-volt batteries. That'll give us 27 volts altogether. We're going to need a battery cap with leads for each of those batteries. So there's 3 of those. And we're going to need some alligator clips attached to some wire. There's our little alligator clips. And most importantly, what we're going to need is some silver wire. And you can get fine silver wire off of the internet in varying widths and lengths. It's about $20 for a foot of it. Silver wire is not the same as sterling silver wire. Sterling silver is 92.5% pure. We want fine silver, which is 99.9% pure. And when you get your silver wire, it'll be clean, but once you've used it, it's not clean. So we're going to start by cleaning this wire. I use some steel wool and just rub off the oxidized portions. Just scratch it down a little bit right there. It's flimsy so it bends. Do not store your steel wool with your batteries. And I'm going to show you why. The wire and the steel wool will try to hold the battery charge, but it's not actually strong enough to hold the charge. It just lights on fire. And you can see that, those little sparks right there. There's some fire for you. Okay, we'll get rid of that. So store your steel wool someplace else. Alright, now our wire is clean enough to use. And let's put our colloidal silver generator together. To assemble the colloidal silver generator, we're going to start by wiring together the battery caps. We've got 3 of these here, and we're going to wire them together red to black. So every black lead that comes out gets wired into a red lead. And people use colloidal silver for killing bacteria, viruses, mold, and yeast. Colloidal silver is known to kill over 650 bacteria. So if you have a cold, you can gargle with it. You can put it on cuts and scrapes and burns. Colloidal just means that the silver is a very tiny particle suspended in a solution. And what we're going to do is we're going to electrolyze the silver, which makes it break off into those little particles and dissolve in water. Okay, so here's all of our battery cap leads are all wired together. Now let's snap them onto our batteries. The ideal voltage for a colloidal silver generator is 30 volts, but this is going to give us 27. It turns out 27 is going to do the trick. So there we go. And here's our last one. Now, you notice they don't want to stay together, so here's where we're going to get fancy with Paisley duct tape. Okay, it's really high-tech solution here. Some people go out and buy $20, $10 little project boxes to put colloidal silver generators in, but it's a lot easier to just duct tape them together. Alrighty, there we go. So there's our power source. Now we're going to wire these up to the alligator clips that are going to hold the silver wires. So we'll connect these. Colloidal silver dissolves out of the water in about a half an hour. And its properties have been used for many years. The early settlers in America would put silver dollars into milk cartons to help keep the milk cool. Silver's been used for water purification in outer space. And the European royalty were referred to as blue bloods because they ate off of silver. Okay, so there we go. That is a completed colloidal silver generator right there. To make our colloidal silver water, We're going to use just regular water in this little carafe, but I like to heat it up. And the reason is that when you heat it, the silver electrolyzes faster. So let's give that about 35 seconds. Get that going. Okay, so it's time to make some colloidal silver. We'll set our carafe next to our generator and start attaching silver wires. When you attach your wires, don't attach them to the middle. It kind of confuses the current. I'm not really sure why, but we want to get that electrical current flowing. We're going to have a higher wire and a lower wire. So that one's going to go all the way into the bottom. That'll be our lower wire. And I'll bend it back a tiny bit. And this one, we'll make that bend a little higher. So that's going to be, it's not going to go in quite as deep. Okay. Now, let's take a look at what's happening inside our water container. If you get a close look there, you see that the wire in the back has little bubbles coming off of the base of it. The wire in the front appears to be emitting wafts of smoke, and that's actually dissolved silver. And each of those little dissolved molecules are less than about 15 microns in size. Let's see if we can get a little more light on that. And again, without the light, there's that smoky looking water. And that is dissolved silver in water. So there's a colloidal silver generator.